It's time for This Week with the Huskies, a look inside Bloomsburg University athletics, a production of the Bloomsburg University Sports Information Office.
The Huskies athletic teams wrapped up their regular seasons this past weekend with a busy Saturday and Sunday on Upper Campus as baseball, softball, women's lacrosse, men's and women's track and field, as well as men's and women's tennis all celebrated their senior days on Saturday. The softball team split a Saturday doubleheader with Westchester and then swept Mansfield 4-0 and 3-2 on Sunday to complete their regular season schedule. The Huskies entered the PSAC tournament with a 26-15 overall record and are 18-10 in the PSAC East, earning the number 2 seed from the Eastern Division, and will play Gannon in the first round of the conference playoffs in Quakertown on Thursday as they begin their pursuit of a conference championship. Leading the Huskies in the circle this season has been freshman pitcher Taylor Parker, who has gone 13-7 with a 1.57 ERA and 18 complete games. Parker joined us this week to talk about the season, her adjustment to the college game, and the team's hopes for the postseason.
We're here with Taylor Parker from the Bloomsburg University softball team. The Huskies begin PSAC playoff action on Thursday in Quakertown. Taylor, let's talk about your season so far, and the team's got to be excited about qualifying for PSACs after what was really a miserable spring.
Yes, we're all excited, and we can't wait till Thursday to come. And we're still waiting for the team to be announced who we're playing against, but we're all very excited.
Now, you've thrust into the role of being the number one pitcher for the team, and you responded 13-7 record, 1.57 ERA. And when you started the year, did you envision yourself as being the number one starter?
No, I didn't at all.
Yeah.
But it's an honor to be the starting pitcher for a college team, and it feels good.
Now, you were telling me before we were talking that in high school, on your high school team, you didn't play shortstop, but here, usually in Game 2, you're getting that opportunity to start in the field. So do you feel honored that they feel enough confidence in you batting as well, and in your feeling that they're putting you in the field?
Yeah. During the beginning of the season, I would just pitch the first game, and she would still have me in the hitting lineup. Yeah. But being out in the field, it feels great because during high school, every game I'd have to pitch, and I never got a chance to be out on the field.
Now, how about your batting? You've had a pretty good season so far, hitting .307. You have a couple of home runs and 22 runs batted in. Have you had to make a big adjustment going from the high school game? And I know you told me you played some travel league softball. Have you noticed a big difference in the pitching that you're facing in college?
There's a little difference from the ASA level, but like now, pitchers have a little bit more spin on the ball, and some have more speed, but it's not a huge change.
Now, how about, do you feel more comfortable at this point of the season than you did maybe when you were on your spring trip in terms of just your preparation for each game? And you seem pretty loose out on the field when you're out there.
Well, now just getting the hang of being out there and just experience, it makes me feel better.
Yeah. And how about weather-wise? Again, it was a miserable spring. Are you one that doesn't mind the cold weather, or do you feel better when it's 90 degrees?
I hate the cold. I would rather pitch in 90-degree weather.
So what we experienced this year was really uncomfortable. Did you have trouble? I know in the big leagues, the one pitcher for the Yankees was with the pine tar. Do you have trouble gripping the ball when it's that cold?
Sometimes I do when my hand's cold, but I always get hand warmers for the games.
Well, we want to wish you and the team the best of luck this coming weekend at PSACs, and hopefully you'll bring back a championship.
Thank you, Tom.
The softball team also looks to solidify its bid for the NCAA regional tournament. The Huskies entered the week ranked 5th in the Atlantic region, with the top 8 teams receiving an NCAA tournament bid. On the baseball diamond, the Huskies split with Mansfield on Saturday, honoring their 8 seniors before the doubleheader. Bloomsburg finishes the regular season with a 28-18 record and a 20-8 mark in the PSAC East. The 20 conference wins are the most in school history, while the 28 overall victories are currently third most in the history of the program. Bloomsburg earned the number 2 seed from the East in this week's PSAC tournament in Butler and will open against Pitt Johnstown, the number 3 seed from the West, on Wednesday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. The Huskies are also trying to solidify their NCAA tournament resume, ranking 6th in the Atlantic Region rankings last week. The top 6 teams receive bids to the Atlantic Regional later in May. Senior pitcher Casey Cooperman made a bit of history last Friday, pitching a complete game victory at Mansfield. The outing was his 7th straight complete game and 8th this season. In doing so, he took over the lead in Huskies' all-time career innings pitched at 235 1/3. In women's track and field, junior Lauren Lehman set a personal best time in the 5,000 meters at the prestigious Penn Relays last Thursday, running a time of 17:17:53, an NCAA qualifying mark and the 3rd best time in the PSAC this season. Senior Kelsey Davis finished 5th in the pole vault with a mark of 3.65 meters. The Huskies also hosted their Maroon and Gold Invitational on Saturday, with 2 school records highlighting the event. In the long jump, Kaylee Caruso continued her outstanding freshman season by setting the school record with a mark of 5.56 meters and capturing first place in the event. Caruso broke her own mark of 5.5 meters. Caruso also took 2nd in the triple jump in 10.87 meters and lowered her PSAC seed time in the 100-meter dash with a mark of 12.73 meters. Also breaking her own school record in the hammer throw was Taylor Harkins with a toss of 45.14 meters. Harkins' old mark was 44.45. In addition, Harkins also finished 2nd in the discus with a throw of 41.05 and 2nd in the shot put with a toss of 12.06 meters. On the men's side, Cole Parkinson jumped 6.94 meters in the long jump to set a new PR, while in the high jump, Griffin Schwab posted a height of 1.95 meters. Both Parkinson and Schwab took 1st in their event. Next up for track and field are the PSAC Outdoor Championships this weekend in Shippensburg. The women's lacrosse team also qualified for the PSAC tournament, finishing its regular season with a senior day victory of 17-5 over visiting Millersville this past Saturday to lock up the number 6 seed in the conference playoffs. The Huskies travel to 3rd-seeded IUP on Tuesday for first-round competition, with the winner advancing to play in the semifinals at Lock Haven later this weekend. The men's and women's tennis teams wrapped up their seasons this past Saturday, with the men falling to visiting Wilkes by a 7-2 score, while the women dropped a 5-4 heartbreaker. The women's team was well represented in the conference awards announced this week. Freshman Maddie Graziani and sophomore Ada Diop were named All-PSAC East in singles, while Graziani and sophomore Caitlin Flynn were named All-PSAC East in doubles. In addition, head coach Marty Coyne was named the PSAC East Women's Tennis Coach of the Year. In singles action, Graziani played at number 1 for the Huskies all season, posting a record of 14-5 and 4-1 in conference. Diop finished the year 8-5 in singles play, with most of her action coming at number 2 singles. In doubles play, the team of Graziani and Flynn, the 2013 PSAC East Freshman of the Year, earned all PSAC honors after posting doubles records of 4-1 in conference play and 6-7 overall, while playing in the number 1 position. The Huskies' maroon and gold spring football game was also held Saturday at Redmond Stadium. The Huskies' defense defeated the offense 42-18 under modified scoring rules. Redshirt sophomore cornerback Jaron Toomey led the defense by recording 3 interceptions in a standout performance. Senior linebacker Brian McCall also had an interception. Offensively, sophomore running back Lawrence Elliott Jr. rushed for a touchdown, and junior quarterback Tim Kelly threw a 43-yard touchdown pass to junior Trent Daniels. Redshirt freshman Altariq Mosley-Dew rushed 17 times for 68 yards to lead the Huskies on the ground. With the spring season complete, the Huskies now focus on the fall, when the season opens at Stonehill on September 7th, as Bloomsburg starts its defense of the 2013 PSAC Championship.
Rungo's Rewards, presented by the Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, is a great way to win prizes for attending BU home sporting events. It's free and easy to become a member. Just look for the QR code located in the program of each home sporting event. Scan the QR code and you're registered. It's that easy. Or even better yet, download the Rungo's Rewards app from both the App Store on iTunes or in the Android marketplace. Just search Bloomsburg University. You can later on trade those points in for some great prizes, like gift cards to Berrigan's, coupons to Perkins, or free t-shirts. It's easy to become a member. Sign up at the next Huskies home game. We're with Coach Bernie Empie from Bloomsburg University Men's and Women's Track and Field. Coach, you're heading to the conference championships this coming weekend. Tell us a little bit about how the season went from your perspective and what you're expecting from the men and women this coming weekend.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good spring despite some weather conditions that aren't ideal for track and field. Had a number of school records that were established this spring on the women's side in the long jump, the triple jump, in the pole vault, and also in the women's heptathlon. And looking to improve a few of those this weekend and hopefully break a few more. And on the men's side, have had a good spring as well. Got some solid throwers that are leading our group, along with a talented group of jumpers and a couple young jumpers. And so we're excited to take the next step to get into the PSAC championships and keep improving our team standing and moving up in the rankings.
On the women's side, you've got a couple of athletes sitting on the NCAA provisional list: Lauren Lehman, Kelsey Davis, and if you can give me and Vicki Davis as well. Talk to us about their chances to make NCAA's and about their seasons in general.
Yeah, well, obviously Vicki, having been a two-time All-American last spring in the steeplechase and the 5K, is probably the strongest possibility to make it back to that meet again. Right now she's sitting in 16th on the steeplechase list. They'll take 20. Obviously, the better your time, the better your chances, and so she's looking to improve her time this weekend, move up that list a little bit more, and secure her spot to the championships in Allendale, Michigan at the end of May. Kelsey Davis has been solid on the list all year long. Right now she's sitting in, I believe, 22nd. She needs to improve this weekend, obviously, to put her inside the top 20, which is probably going to qualify. But she's been vaulting well, and hopefully things are going to line up at the conference championships like they have for her all her career. Lauren Lehman, is an outside possibility. She's going to be running in the 1500, and if she puts the race together that we think she can, she should at least give herself a chance to get to that meet.
Well, we want to wish you and the athletes that are heading down to Shippensburg the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
That's all for this week with the Huskies. Be sure to join us again next week, and check us out on the web anytime at buhuskies.com. For Scott Eddy, I'm Tom McGuire. Thanks for tuning in.